Please welcome Andrea Leadsom.
Just get on with it. That's what people are saying right across the country. And it's what businesses are saying too. They need certainty. And for that to happen, Parliament needs to stop messing around. We know there's no crystal ball in politics, but no one could have foreseen how Parliament would end up so determined to overturn the referendum. So when Boris became Prime Minister, it was such a relief to see so clearly his personal commitment to getting us out of the EU. He has the personality and the pizzazz to get Brexit over the line, doesn't he? Yes, he does. And to support his efforts, my urgent priority in this new job has been getting business ready for Brexit. I've been touring the 4 UK nations to talk to different businesses about their own Brexit preparations and talking to them about how government can help. And of course, there are plenty of challenges, but the efforts of so many over the last 3 years means we are well prepared for leaving the EU. But what's really fascinating about being the lead minister for our business and energy sectors is the chance to take advantage of the superb future that lies ahead for our great country. We're standing on the cusp of a new industrial revolution. And for the first time since the first industrial revolution, the UK is positioned to lead in extraordinary ways. So I want to talk about my 3 top priorities, the things I want the UK to be famous for. And with Kwasi Kwarteng, Chris Skidmore, Kelly Tolhurst, Nadim Zahawi and Ian Duncan, we've a superb ministerial team as diverse and talented as the United Kingdom we're working for. Round of applause for the ministerial team. Thank you. So our first priority is to lead the world in tackling climate change. Since 1990, we've reduced our carbon emissions by 42%, whilst growing our economy by nearly 3/4. So we have shown that decarbonising can also create jobs and prosperity. We already have 400,000 jobs in the low-carbon sector, but this could reach 2 million by 2030. We're working out the path to achieving net zero emissions by 2050. We can do it, and we will help the world to do it. And contrast that to Labour, who just last week announced net zero by 2030. Total tosh, a perfect example of Labour promising something they can't deliver and they don't even understand. So unusually, I find myself agreeing with the GMB union, whose spokesman said, "This threatens whole communities, threatens jobs. This means that within a decade, people's petrol cars being confiscated. It will mean families can only take 1 flight every 5 years. Net zero carbon emissions by 2030 is utterly unachievable." Well said, that man. We're going to do it, but we're going to do it properly and in a way that is achievable and that grows our economy. So turning to our second priority, that is to transform the productive capability of our economy. All my life, I've been impressed by the huge range of talented UK scientists, engineers and entrepreneurs whose work will transform lives, let alone our economy. And in the business department, we've set out what we call our grand challenges. Each of them will change lives for the better. For example, our Life Sciences Grand Challenge has just kicked off the world's biggest DNA research project that will help to prevent and even cure diseases like cancer, Parkinson's, and dementia. Our Space Grand Challenge will help grow our commercial satellite industry, as well as develop the astonishing prospect of spaceflight that could one day offer a 4-hour trip to Australia via the stars. And once he retires, I plan to recommend it to the Speaker of the House of Commons. One way only, you understand. And our automation grand challenge will see the way we travel change profoundly in years to come, with your parcels delivered by drones and your car driving itself. Imagine not having to ask your kids to pick you up after a good night out. And then our third priority, something I feel passionately about, and that is to make the UK the best place in the world to work or to start a business. Now, we've always been the party of business. When I was growing up, my mum and stepdad had a furniture shop, and I well remember their fellow Conservatives, if Labour ever pluck up the courage to face the voters, then we should all make the case for the Conservative government this country needs. So when you're asked, what will the Conservatives do for me? You can tell them it's a Conservative government that will lead the world in tackling climate change. It's a Conservative government that will help you to live longer with better health and greater opportunity. It's a Conservative government that will make the UK the best place in the world to be trained, to work, or to start a business. And it is the Conservatives and Boris Johnson who will get Brexit done, secure our future prosperity, and make sure Jeremy Corbyn never gets the keys to number 10. Let's just get on with it. Thank you. Thank you.